Never expected.
Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan are taking a trip down memory lane in a new set video from Season 8 of Outlander, which will be the final season. The clip gives us a peek behind the scenes as Jamie and Claire walk through the show's history before filming their last scenes. Even though we still have a bit of a wait to see how it all wraps up, the video offers a sneak peek at the costumes and props that have defined this historical romance over the years. Outlander first premiered in 2014, starting with Claire, a World War II medic who gets whisked back to 1743 Scotland and falls for Highland warrior Jamie. Their love story has spanned major historical events, from the Jacobite Rising to the American Revolution, deepening with every adventure. The series has built a dedicated fan base and become a key show for stars. It's even getting a prequel series, Outlander Blood of My Blood, focusing on Claire and Jamie's parents. With Season 8, the show will wrap up all 9 of Diana Gabaldon's books, ending with 2021's Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. After some delays due to the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes last year, the Outlander team is now moving full steam ahead, aiming for a 2025 release for the final season. While the full cast lineup isn't confirmed yet, it's expected that Sophie Skelton, Richard Rankin, David Barry, Charles Vandervaart, and John Bell will be back, given their roles in the books. We'll likely hear about additional cast members and new faces as Season 8 gets closer. For now, Outlander is coming back this fall with Season 7 Part 2, set to premiere in November 2024. After a long wait, the Frasers will return to stars right as the American Revolution heats up, putting their family in jeopardy once more. With Jamie's secret son, William Ransom, joining the story, the rest of the season will explore the war's impact on family dynamics. The effects of the conflict will likely carry over into Season 8, and it'll be interesting to see how Claire, Jamie, and their friends navigate this turbulent period. As for cast, in Season 8, of course, Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan will be back as Claire and Jamie Fraser, continuing their epic love story. Over the previous 7 seasons, their evolving relationship has been central to the show, and many feel it's the right time to wrap up their tale, with Heughan even hinting that Season 8 might be the perfect ending. As we know, Season 8 will adapt Diana Gabaldon's 9th book, Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone. This means we'll see familiar faces like Sophie Skelton, Richard Rankin, David Barry, Charles Vandervaart, and John Bell. With the story reaching its climax, there might be new additions to the cast, though the full lineup hasn't been revealed yet. Beside the cast, Season 8 will continue with the talented team that's been behind the series from the start. Executive producers Ronald D. Moore, Matthew B. Roberts, and Merrill Davis will all be back, ensuring the same level of quality that has defined the show. Diana Gabaldon, the author of the books, will also continue her role in overseeing the creative aspects of the production. Details about other behind-the-scenes roles are still to be announced. As for the story, Season 8 will continue the story set during the American Revolutionary War. Claire and Jamie's relationship will face new challenges, with cracks in their family starting to show and rising tensions from characters like Rob Cameron creating divides. While the show might stray from the book's plot, Season 7 has already started setting up what's to come, particularly exploring the theme of fathers and sons being torn apart by war. Following a mixed reception to Season 7, the writers are expected to wrap up loose ends as the series heads towards its conclusion. Catherine Busby, Star's president of original programming, promises that the saga of Jamie and Claire's romance will end on a high note, with 26 new episodes across Seasons 7 and 8 to fully explore their story and the world of Outlander. Now, the world of Outlander is a show about love, but for a show about love, it often goes into heartbreak and sadness very often. The series is full of moments where the Frasers and their friends face intense challenges, whether through their own actions or external troubles. Despite the heartache, what makes the show compelling is how these characters confront and overcome their struggles, adding an inspiring element to their journey. Given the show's history of intense emotional moments, it's safe to expect that the final confrontation in Season 8 will be filled with similarly heartbreaking and moving scenes. To give you a sense of what's in store, here are some of the most poignant moments from past episodes. For example, in the Ballad of Roger of Season 5, Episode 7, the Frasers face the harsh reality of the Regulators' War. After celebrating Jamie's 50th birthday, the battle begins, and Governor Tryon proves to be merciless. Murtaugh tries to stay true to his principles despite the chaos. The episode is particularly heartbreaking during the battle scene, where Murtaugh heroically saves his godson one last time before being shot. Jamie is devastated, going into shock and desperately calling out for help, pleading with Claire to save Murtaugh. Jamie's anguished cries as he tells Murtaugh he can't leave him make this episode one of the most emotional and heartbreaking moments in the series. There is one more that is as heartbreaking as the Ballad of Roger, if not more. I am talking Episode 8 of Season 4, Wilmington. The episode begins on a high note with Bree and Roger's joyful reunion, but things take a dark turn. After a heated argument with Roger, Bree encounters Stephen Bonnet at a tavern. Bonnet has wagered Claire's wedding ring and demands that Bree earn it. The situation escalates violently when Bonnet attacks Bree, and her cries for help go unheard in the crowded tavern. The scene is profoundly distressing as Bree is left injured and traumatized, with Bonnet coldly giving her the ring as a grim testament to his word. This episode is one of the most intense and heartbreaking in the series, showcasing a harrowing moment of brutality. It was tough to watch, but nothing beats the heartbreak of the top 2 episodes of Outlander. I'm talking about Season 5, Episode 12, Never My Love, and Season 2, Episode 13, Dragonfly in Amber. First off, Never My Love is incredibly intense. Just like in Season 1's finale, Claire retreats into herself when Lionel Brown and his men abduct her. She finds solace in a fantasy where she's with her loved ones in the 1960s. In reality, she's gagged, beaten, bloody, and tied to a tree. Lionel Brown is even more horrifying than Stephen Bonnet and Blackjack Randall. As her captors attack her again, her fantasy turns dark, mirroring her horrific situation. Thankfully, Jamie eventually rescues the nearly catatonic Claire. Despite everything she's endured, Claire promises that this won't break her, showing both her heartbreaking vulnerability and incredible bravery. It was heartbreaking to watch, but as much as Dragonfly in Amber. In this episode, Jamie decides to send Claire back to her time before the Battle of Culloden, knowing he might not survive. He wants to make sure she and their baby are safe and urges her to reconnect with Frank. Watching Jamie push Claire's hand toward the stones while they say their painful goodbye is heart-wrenching. Despite all the hardships the characters have faced, losing loved ones, enduring brutal attacks, and surviving historic battles, nothing compares to Jamie and Claire's separation. They spend 20 years apart, struggling to find meaning in their lives without each other, making their separation all the more devastating. Well, that's it. Which of these intense episodes affected you the most? Are you excited to see how Jamie and Claire's story concludes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on the latest movies and shows. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.